So in this week's marriage conference, we were talking about how we have to leave what we've learned from our parents. And a lot of times we don't realize that just like the Israelites were lost in the desert for 40 years, they had to lose a generation of faithless people because to cross the river and go into the promised land, they had to be people who had faith. So we were talking about with the couples in our marriage conference how the things that we learn from our parents are always not solid for us to be men and women of today's generation, and that our measuring stick really needs to be the Bible. And just like with the generation of Joshua, they were allowed to go into the promised land and conquer and do the things that God had planned for them, but yet there were a lot of Israelites that were not allowed to do that.
To be able to hold tightly to that promise that God has for us, we have to let go of what's behind us. And sometimes it is things that our parents have taught us, or sometimes it's trauma or abuse that's happened to us that even we get comfortable with. We're used to that. But the Lord has promises that go before us. He has promises and good things ahead of us. And for us to be able to hold tightly to that and grab hold into the promises like Joshua did in chapter 1, we have to let go of what's behind us to be able to grasp wholly into what is front of us. Because what happens a lot of time is our vision is then divided because we're looking back as we're trying to go forward. And the Lord wants our complete and total trust in Him. And to do that, we have to go forward with our vision forward. Because if you think about like when you're walking, if I continually look behind me, I'm going to make it really difficult for me to walk steadily in front without tripping or without falling, because I need to keep that vision forward. So I just encourage you today, if you want the promises of God, if you're tired of being stuck with what's behind you, to let it go so that you can hold tightly to the promises of God.